What's up, my friends? Kobe White over 9.5 rebounds and assists. I'm going to talk about this being my play of the day. A few other picks I'm going to give away. And you have so much to show you. You have to stick around. Insane update on the optimizer, and I'm going to show you how you can use it in like 30 seconds. Let's go. I'm back right here. Let's do it. So Kobe White has been over in 14 of 16 starts without Zach LaVine. He has actually hit the over in 14 out of the last 15. If you take away the very first game, he's played 33 plus minutes in every single game. So we have a nice high floor. He racked up 17 and 10 rebounds and assists in the 2 games against Philly. And now we don't have Vucevic, and we also still have no LaVine. This team's going to be hurting, missing 2 of its 5 starters. Minutes will be plentiful. Andre Drummond will be in there matched up against Joel Embiid. That's going to be an interesting one. Potentially fewer rebounds for the big down there. Maybe some extra longer rebounds for someone like Kobe White. I still think he hits the over. I like the 9.5. It's going to be a little bit juicy now. We grabbed it last night. It was already starting to move in that direction. A minus 132 on FanDuel. This morning, let's take a quick peek. And then I want to show you Tobias Harris, a points prop for PrizePicks and an assist prop that you guys can use on Fliff with this pick right here with Kobe White. So let's dive in. All right, so I'm going to the optimizer, and I tell you guys all the time, first off, you're seeing this little checkbox and everything. This is going to show you how to save picks. Yeah, that's right, guys. Save picks feature now. So let's get to it. Let's start putting together some parlays for PrizePicks and Fliff and other sports books. So I'm typing Kobe, and all of Kobe White's markets come up. And I told you, this is my favorite way that you guys should use this. Legitimately, yes, you can browse every single player prop, all the markets and everything, however you want, whenever you want. My favorite thing is when you guys see these tweets, when you see a YouTube video and you want to go look up their most recent odds, you can do it by just typing in their name. And there you go. You got Kobe White, Fliff, minus 155. Now, I've got a little parlay for you on Fliff today because, my friends, I don't want you feeling left out. But if you want to drink the juice at minus 140, I still don't mind it. I just love this play. Listen, you can parlay that with the Dallas Cowboys money line. They're like minus 850 or something this week against Washington last week of the season. That drops it down to, I can't remember off the top of my head, it was like a minus 108, I think, or minus 112. So it was not bad at all. But you can see Kobe White, that one is starting to get juiced. In the books, they're bumping it here. So the DFS apps have said, nope, you ain't getting it at 9.5. We're taking it at 10. Take the 10. Oh, if you want the push factor, I still don't mind it. I really don't. Just the amount of times he's pushed or hit over, it's just so high. And his minutes are so high. His role is locked in. Now, how do you parlay this? Again, I told you Dallas money line is a fine option, but check this out. I'm going to go to my saved picks right now, which you guys have access to now. You can do this for free, mysparty.com. I'm clicking NBA picks. It's showing me all saved picks. And you saw the Lillard and Giannis. That was a blowout. Those did not hit. These are yesterday's saved picks. This is how awesome this is. We allow you to save them. So the next day, you can recap yourself. So Jalen Brunson, this cashed. Jamal Murray, cashed. Michael Porter, cash. Now you see today's picks. So we left that. So when you go to save picks, you'll be able to see your previous day and recap yourself. So if you want to recap your own picks the next day, you can do that. Pretty freaking cool. So I've got these up here. This is what I'm thinking this morning. The Kobe White over 9.5 rebounds and assists on Fliff minus 155 with the Tobias Harris under 3.5 assists in the same game parlay for the Chicago Bulls at Philadelphia Sixers tonight. I think that's a really nice parlay. I'm going to bring it up on screen for you, too. There it is right there on the big screen. Now, let me zoom out a little bit. It was quite big. Kobe White over 9.5 rebounds and assists. Tobias Harris under 3.5 assists comes out to a plus 180 parlay right here on Fliff. And I just wanted to show that again. Listen, if you don't want to drink the juice, I get it. I totally get it. If you're stuck with Fliff and that's all you got, and the only thing you have is a minus 155, that is quite juicy. If you don't want to parlay it with the Cowboys money line, you want to keep it for NBA only, there you go. But I think the Cowboys money line, the best parlay for Fliff, and listen, play it on DK and MGM and all those other books straight. I love it. Now, pivot to PrizePicks. Tobias Harris, under 17.5 points. Now, hear me out. It has been a few days since we have seen Joel Embiid. We are talking, I think this is 11 days ago he's played basketball, so it's been a hot minute. He's back. He's healthy. He's going to be playing tonight, and he's got the matchup against Drummond, who is a sieve on defense. He's been a sieve on defense for years. We don't care about the rebound factor. We just want points. And the Chicago Bulls, I think, are going to struggle mightily in the paint tonight. And I'm having a feeling, as you have seen over the last 7 games, my goodness, they've given up 28.97 points per game in the paint. 2 opposing centers. My goodness, that's just crazy. So we're talking the third most points per game. So what does that have to do with Tobias Harris? Well, it's the fact that if the Bulls are giving up 29 points per game to opposing centers inside the paint, what do you think Joel Embiid's going to do tonight? He's going to go absolutely nuclear. He hasn't played in a while. It's at home. He's still, you can tell, hunting down an MVP again, going for the back-to-back. And I tell you what, Jokic out there helping him out immensely with these blowouts and just looking sluggish at times. Last night, my guy in 28 minutes was putting together a solid stat line, but they were up, what was it, 33 points, I think, or 23 points as the fourth quarter started. And they literally didn't play the starters for the fourth quarter. They were just, I think Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. were subbed out at like 2 minutes into the fourth, and a bunch of the backups came in and they ran away with it. They went like a 40-17 run. It was something wild. 20-2 run in the late third. Just, it was over. It was over. And then what happens with the props? Under, all of them. So we potentially could have something like that tonight. I got a bad feeling about it. The Bulls just struggling against opposing centers, and then you got Joel Embiid going for his back-to-back MVP. I think he's going to go bonkers tonight. Now, in games with Joel Embiid, we have not seen Tobias Harris look too good over the last month. Start off the season, he was looking a lot better. It really was. He was doing very well. He had hit the over in 9 of the first 11 games, which is pretty solid. But since then, with Joel Embiid, he has been under in 11 of the last 14 games. He's not taking many shots. He's been at 10 or fewer. That is wild. 10 or fewer in 8 of the last 9 games with Joel Embiid being active. There's just not a lot to like here. First off, we've got the Embiid returning factor. Second, we have the Bulls defense being miserable against opposing centers in the paint. And then the last one that I'm not even mentioning yet till this very second is the fact that Tobias Harris has not scored very well against the Bulls in the past when Joel Embiid is active. He's had 14 or fewer in 3 of 4 games over the last 2 years, including this past December 18th when he only had 3 points and Joel Embiid went bonkers. So give me Joel Embiid to go ham tonight, which makes me like Tobias Harris unders tonight. Guys, next pick is going to be NBA first half. Jason Tatum. Let's talk about where to find this too. Everybody's always asking, how'd you get the lower line? Okay, up at the top, not NBA. It's going to be NBA first half. Points, rebounds, and assists is the category. Going to scroll on down to Jason Tatum. I'm going to snag him live. There we go. So I got Tatum over 19.5 PRA for NBA first half. We have 16 games this season where we've seen Porzingis, Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and Jason Tatum in the starting 5. In those 16 games, Jason Tatum has averaged 22.2 PRA in the first half, and he's hit the over in 11 of 16 games. They had one game where he had a bunch of fouls and his minutes were cut short. Can't see that happening tonight. Now with the matchup, averages 18.6 minutes per first half this season. And at this rate, even last season, just absolutely smashed the over. Now, yes, the roster's changed big time. So I don't know how much we can heavily lean on that information. But still, even still, last year when he was playing solid minutes in the first half, it was 18.9 minutes per first half. So this is a guy who goes out there and plays a ton of first half minutes. Doesn't always get the second half minutes because of so many different blowout games for Boston, which makes him miss the PRA for his full game line. But the over 19.5, I really like. I think Boston and Oklahoma are going to be a very competitive game, unlike most of the games yesterday. And this season, again, with those 5, starting 5, he's been over this year in 11 of 16 and averaging 22.2 first half PRA. Now, the other part is this should be 20.5, and I think it's going to bump. All right. How do I know that? And why do I know that? Well, because PrizePicks usually taxes you a PRA for the halves. That means since his line this morning, his live line is 39.5, he should be at a 20.5, but he's not. He's at 19.5, which indicates a line of about a 37.5 usually on PrizePicks. So you're getting a little bargain. Get it what you can. It's going to bump to 20.5, maybe a flat 20, at which point I don't know if I'm totally interested anymore. So taking the over 19.5 first half PRA while I can. All right, my friends, here's the deal. Don't even know where I am in the middle of the video. 40 minutes ago, this recording started. Doctor called, had dad things to take care of. Things arose in the house. This is my life. So I don't know where I was in the video, but I'm going to hop over to the optimizer and just shop real quick for you and then I got dad life to jump to. Okay. Most important thing to me. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Going over to the optimizer, going to quickly go to the prize picks column. That's all I care about right now because that's what you're here for. So let's take a look at the prize picks plays, select the prize probability, highest to lowest. All right. So I can now look at the number 1 through a million plays here on prize picks based on the math. These flat numbers, you're going to see a lot of those on prize picks. Bump lines, screw those. I don't play them unless it's a line that I think is going to continue to move. So pass. I'm going to scroll on past them and I'm looking for things like this where I can get a 1.5, I can get a 2.5, I can look at a 58.36% implied probability that happens. These are the types of plays I'm looking for. Keep on scrolling down. Jalen Suggs under 3.5 rebounds. Here's one that I like because I have 4 sports books to shop prices. FanDuel or Pinnacle often needs to be included for me to take something. And there you go. You got FanDuel under 3.5 rebounds, minus 146. That's fantastic. So we got a lot of juice to the under from a very sharp book. We have 3 other books supporting it in BetMGM, DK, and Fliff. So Jalen Suggs under 3.5 rebounds. And this is how I want you guys to use this optimizer. You save the pick by clicking right there. Nice and easy. You just save it. And then later, you decide, is that one I want to take? All right, so then you're looking at this and you keep on scrolling, trying to find some good stuff. Kuminga rebounds, definitely one I want to look at as he's been getting a lot more playing time. I believe he's even starting. Is it the over in like 5 or 6 games here recently? So I like the FanDuel over 4.5 rebounds, minus 122. If it's available on PrizePicks, that's actually another play I'm interested in. So I'm going to take a peek at that one. So I click this checkbox because I want to save it so that I can go research it later. Keep on going. And Lou Dortz over 1.5 player made threes. Check this out. We have 5 sports books juiced on FanDuel, juiced on Pinnacle. And that is one that I'm going to go research in a few minutes. I keep on moving along till I find more plays that I like. And let's say I'm done. All right. And I've picked out my plays for prize picks. And I want to take a few stabs here over on Sleeper. So I scroll over to Sleeper and okay, let's take a look at the CJ McCollum over 4.5 assists. Again, 4 sports books juiced on FanDuel, minus 130, and getting up there on Pinnacle. All right, so we click CJ McCollum and we keep on moving along. We find play after play after play. So we go over to saved picks. We click NBA. All right, now we've got our short list of targets and things we're thinking about betting on today. And this is all I suggest you do. You make your short list, you go through, and you're like, oh, wow, well, check this out. I've got 4 plays right here for prize picks. And okay, I got a 2-pick parlay here on Sleeper based on the amount of picks that I have. Then you research them and you find out, do I like these plays after all? So you go to the Jalen Suggs and you're looking at Orlando versus Golden State, and you're looking at Jalen Suggs and his rebounds and how has he been doing at the 3.5 mark. And you see, okay, so he started the season off crushing this, but since then he has been under in 14 of the last 21 games. The heavy juice to the under. Looks like potentially maybe even Markelle Fultz returns today. So who knows? Who knows what you're going to get today out of this team? Who knows how many minutes these guys are going to be playing? Pay attention to the roster and the injury report later before you make a decision. So that's one right there live on PrizePicks. Do what you want with that information. Again, been under in 14 of his last 21 games. Matchup against the Warriors is middle of the road. Move along, Jonathan Kuminga. Let's stay in this game, and I'll check out the data for you real quick. And yeah, wow, I do like this a lot. So he's had 4+ in 10 of the last 11 games, and a lot of that stems from the fact that we have no more Draymond Green over those 11-game sample size. Over the course of the season, he's averaged 4.7 boards without Draymond in the lineup. He's hit the over in 10 of 17 games, but more recently, he's been starting, and he's had 5+ in 4 straight games, and he's had 5+ in 5 of the last 6 games. So as the playing time has continued to climb, he's had 23+ minutes in 6 straight games. If we were to go ahead and look at how does Kuminga do when he gets more minutes without Draymond Green? Well, in games without Draymond, when he plays 20+ minutes, he's hit the over in 10 of 14 games this season. That's pretty darn good. If we climb the minutes up to 23+, he's hit the over in 8 of 9. Kuminga, I actually really like that play if you want to parlay that one with Tobias Harris. That one, just about ready to make that an official pick for FanDuel. Over 4.5 rebounds, minus 122 on FanDuel and on PrizePicks in play. All right, my friends. Hopefully that was helpful. Again, my sincere apologies. Dad life, real life, it all took over today in the middle of my recording. I have an hour and 10 minutes of a recording to try to edit and pare down. I have no clue what's on it. Totally lost my spot and was not here for 40 minutes of it. So wish you the best of luck. Do me a huge favor. Like this video. Drop a comment down below. Anything. Thumb up, thumb down. Doesn't matter. Just drop it. Help me out. Help me grow the platform. Free content. Hopefully free research that puts money in your pockets. And if you need the VIP stuff, $14.99 down below. That simple. I'll see you on the inside, my friends. Let's get paid.